Good day, everyone! I am one of your English teacher to discuss about sentence diagramming. I am Miss Belva and Marranca M. Guerrero.
I am Miss Maria Epma Aguilon, one of your English teacher that will teach you to diagram your sentences properly.
Now, let us proceed.
First, there is the prepositional phrase. So, what is a prepositional phrase? A prepositional phrase is a group of words that begins with a preposition and ends with a noun or a pronoun. You may ask me, teacher, what is a preposition? So a preposition is a word or group of words that used before a noun or a pronoun to show direction, time, place, location, a spatial relationship, and or to introduce a subject. Some examples of preposition is at, in, near, around, over, and something like that. Before I forgot, a prepositional phrase functions as either an adjective or an adverb in the sentence. So let's try to diagram this sentence. I ran around the absolutely beautiful city. From the sentence, first we are gonna draw a horizontal line and a straight vertical line that intersect this line. So like this. And we will gonna write the subject in the left side of our diagram like this. I is our subject in the sentence. So in this right side, we will gonna write the predicate or the verb in the sentence, which is run. Like this. And because run in this sentence acts as an intransitive verb because it do not have a direct object or indirect object and something like that. So always remember that whenever there is a presence of preposition before the noun, it will always be called an object of the preposition and it can function differently in the sentence. It can function as direct object, subject complement, and something like that. So to diagram the prepositional phrase, we will gonna write a slanted line below our predicate or the verb. Like this. Like this. And in this slanted line, we will gonna write our preposition. Something like that. And in the sentence, we will gonna distinguish which one is the object of the preposition. And in the sentence, I ran around the absolutely beautiful city. City there is the object of the preposition and the others are the modifiers. So we will gonna write the object of the preposition in this horizontal line that connected to this slanted line. And we will gonna write the word city. After that, we will gonna write all of its modifier. So around the city. So the article that will be placed below the word city because it modifies the city. And another modifier, another word that modifies the city is the word beautiful. So we will gonna draw a slanted line here and write the word beautiful. You may ask me, teacher, why did you not put the modifier absolutely below the city or directly below the city? Because class, the word absolutely there does not function as an adjective but an adverb that modifies the adjective beautiful. How beautiful it is! Absolutely beautiful. So we are gonna place the modifier absolutely below the adjective beautiful. We're gonna draw a line and a slanted line again and write the modifier absolutely. And there it is. We successfully diagram a sentence with a prepositional phrase.
Next on the list is subject complement. subject complement or sentences with linking verbs that contains either a predicate nominative or predicate adjective. But now, let us first discuss predicate nominatives or the PN. These are nouns that equal the same as, have equal values to the subject. Both the subject and predicate nominative must be a noun or a pronoun. Moving on to subject complement, which is predicate nominative, we have here the sentence, Chaska is the singer. We have this pattern, the SLV-PN pattern, or the subject, linking verb, and the predicate nominative. So just like the other, we should draw a horizontal line and a vertical line. Like this, and the vertical line. Like this. So what is the subject here in the sentence? Yes, the subject here is the word Chaska. And the linking verb here is the word is. That's right. And the reason why that we know that it is a predicate nominative is because it is a linking verb and not an action verb. And then, what is the predicate nominative? The word singer. So we should draw a slanted line here. And the word singer. We know that predicate nominative have equal or same values to the subject. So, Chaska is singer. That's it. That is how to diagram predicate nominatives. On the other hand, predicate adjectives or PA are adjectives in the predicate that modify the subject. It describes the appearance of the subject in the sentence. Now, let's move on to diagramming predicate adjectives. So we have here the sentence, the shawarma is delicious. In diagramming sentences like this, we have the pattern SLV-PA pattern, or the subject, linking verb, and the predicate adjectives. So in diagramming, we should draw first the horizontal line, we should not always forget this, and the vertical line. So what is the subject here in the sentence? The subject here is the word shawarma. So we should write it here at the left side. And what is the linking verb in the sentence? It is the word is. Is. Because this is a linking verb, we should not put a vertical line here, but instead, we should put a slanted line to separate it from the predicate adjective. So what is the describing word here in the sentence? The describing word here is the word delicious. So we should put here. It is the describing word because it describes the shawarma. So this is how to diagram predicate adjectives.
So, there are times that you may encounter sentences with compound subject and compound predicate. So, you may be confused by now on how to diagram it, but I'm telling you, it's not as complicated as what you think. So, before we diagram a sentence that consists of compound subject and predicate, let's first comprehend what is compound subject and compound predicate. So first, the compound subject are the subject that has two or more single subjects. It is combined with comma and conjunctions. On the other hand, a compound predicate is when two or more verbs appear in one sentence that shares the same subject. That is a compound predicate. Let's consider diagramming this sentence. Kara and Nicole ate pasta and played chess. So as we can see, there is the existence of two simple subjects, which is Kara and Nicole, and a compound predicate because it has an existence of two verbs in one sentence that shares the same subject, which is ate, and played. Eat and play. So, how can we diagram this sentence? So, let's find out. To diagram a sentence that has two subjects, we're gonna write or draw two horizontal lines connected with the straight dotted line and combined with this line that it is more likely a greater than sign. And we can finally write the two subjects above the horizontal line, the two horizontal lines like this. And the conjunction used will be written along with the dotted line like this. And the next step, we will gonna write a horizontal line in this area like this. And of course, to separate the subject from the predicate, we will gonna write a vertical line that will intersect this horizontal line like this. And because we do have, or our sentence do have a compound predicate which consists to verb, so we will repeat the same process like this. We will draw in this portion we draw more likely a greater than sign, and in this portion we will draw the opposite of the greater than sign, which is the less than sign, and we will connect these two horizontal lines by a dotted line in the middle. So we will gonna write, of course, the conjunction along with the dotted line, and our predicate will be placed above our horizontal line like this. And of course, our verb's function is the transitive verb in the sentence because it has a direct object. So because of the existence of a direct object, we will draw a vertical line. As you can see, I draw a vertical line that do not intersect the horizontal line. So that is how to diagram or to place a direct object in the sentence diagram. So, and we will place the direct object right after our vertical line. In the sentence, it will be Clara and Nicole ate pasta and played chess. So, of course, if you encounter this sentence with only a compound subject, you can't draw a line like this. You can just draw a straight horizontal line and apply the sentence diagramming rules. And when, of course, when you only have one simple subject, you will not be diagramming or drawing this such line. You will be able to draw horizontal line, the straight horizontal line, and you can just simply write your subject in there. This is how to diagram a sentence with compound subject and compound predicate.
We will talk about a direct object. We all know that a direct object follows the verb on the horizontal line. It is separated from the verb by a vertical line that does not go through the horizontal line. It receives the action of the verb. Right now, let us move on to diagramming direct object. We have here the sentence, my family planned a summer vacation. In diagramming sentences like this, we have the pattern SVDO pattern, or the subject, verb, and the direct object. First, we should draw a horizontal line and a vertical line. So what is the subject here in the sentence? The subject here is the word family. So we should write it at the left side, family. What is the verb here in the sentence? The verb here is the word planned. So we should write it here. And we should put another vertical line that does not go through the horizontal line. So what is the direct object here in the sentence? The direct object here is the word vacation. So let's write it here. Then how about the word my? Where should we put the word my? We should put it underneath the word family because it modifies the word family. So we should put it here. And the word a, this is an article, and the word summer, we should put it underneath the word vacation because it modifies this vacation. So we should put it like this, a, and summer. Summer because it modifies what type of vacation did the family plan. So this is how to diagram direct object.
you guys may encounter a sentence with indirect object. So what is an indirect object? So indirect object directly receives the direct object. So take note that the indirect object can't receive or can't directly receive the action because it only receives the direct object. So there must be a direct object in every sentence that has an indirect object, so that the indirect object will have something to receive on. So let's try to diagram this sentence. So my sister gave me a birthday present. So as you can see, the indirect object in this sentence is the pronoun me. So my sister gave a birthday present to whom? So it answers the question for whom or to whom. So this sentence, of course, is STVIOTO sentence pattern. So let's try to diagram this sentence. The first step will always be draw a horizontal line and a vertical line that intersect the horizontal line. So on the left side, we're gonna write the subject. So our subject is sister, and the word man modifies the subject sister. Of course, applying the same rule, the predicate will come after the vertical line that intersect the horizontal line, and the direct object will be placed in this side right after the vertical line that do not intersect the horizontal line. I am going to write all of the elements of words in the sentence except the main focus or the indirect object. So of course, the letter, the word, the article a modifies the present, and the birthday, of course, also modifies the present. And so you may ask me, teacher, where should we place the indirect object? So unlike other elements in the sentence, the indirect object will be placed like this. The indirect object will be placed like this. Unlike modifiers that is written above the along with the slanted line, the indirect object is need to have first a slanted line and a horizontal line, and the indirect object will be placed above the horizontal line like this. So this is how to read the sentence. My sister gave me a birthday present. So that's it. This is how to diagram a sentence with indirect object.
Next is modifiers. We all know that a modifier is a word or phrase that describes another word or a phrase. There are two common types of modifiers, an adjective and an adverb. So, what is an adjective? Adjectives modify nouns and answer adjective questions like which, what, how, and whose. This usually comes before the noun or pronoun so that we are clear about what is being described. But there are also times that adjective comes after a state of being or linking verbs. Always remember that adjectives modify the subject noun or pronoun. Now, let us proceed to another type of modifiers, which is adjectives. So we have here our sentence, the white bunny sleep. So in diagramming this type of sentence, we have this pattern, the SV pattern or the subject and verb pattern. So first, we should draw a horizontal line and a vertical line. Here. And what is the subject in the sentence? The subject here is the word bunnies. So you should write it here on the left side. And what is the verb? The verb here is the word eat. You should put it here. And what are the describing words here in the sentence? The describing words here are the words the and the word white. Where do we put those words? So we should put it underneath the word bunnies because those words modify the word bunnies. So we should put it underneath the and the word white. This is how to diagram type of modifiers, which is adjectives. We are done at diagramming adjectives. So let us now proceed to adverbs. Adverbs modify the action, not the subject, telling us in what way the activity is done. Always remember that adverbs modify verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. Next, I will teach you how to diagram the type of modifiers, which is adverbs. So in the sentence, her daughter danced gracefully, we should first draw a horizontal line. This, and a vertical line. Like that. And what is the subject here in the sentence? So the subject here is the word daughter. So we should write the daughter on the left side. Here. Daughter. And what is the action verb here in the sentence? The action verb here is the word danced. So we should put the word danced here. Danced. And then this word her should put underneath the word daughter because this word modifies the word daughter. So we should write it here, her, like that. And you may ask me, where should we put the word gracefully? The word gracefully, which talk about the adverb of manner, should be put underneath the word danced. So we should put it here, gracefully. So it answers the question, how did her daughter dance? Because it talks about the adverb of manner that was being done by her daughter, and that's it. That is how we modify modifiers of adverbs.
There are times that you have the need to diagram a compound sentence. So what is a compound sentence? A compound sentence has two or more independent clauses and do not have a dependent clause. So it is joined or commonly joined with a coordinating conjunction or a semicolon. So let's try to diagram this compound sentence. Mr. Reyes is a professional, yet he is very humble. So the first simple sentence is this: Mr. Reyes is a professional. This one independent clause, and it is joined by the coordinating conjunction yet. He is very humble. So it's a simple sentence. So let's try to diagram this sentence. Diagramming the compound sentence. So we can proceed to diagramming the simple subject in the compound sentence. So
take note. The second independent clause should have an intent and should not be aligned with the first independent clause.
The first independent clause will be placed in the upper side. Mr. Reyes is a professional, and we will connect this two by having a dotted line. So we will join these two simple subjects by a dotted line and a horizontal line wherein we can place or we will place the coordinating conjunction or the conjunction used to join these two clauses and a dotted line directly to our predicate.
Take note. We connect the two independent clause directly from predicate to another predicate.
This is how we read it. Mr. Reyes is a professional, yet he is very humble. That's it. This is how we diagram a compound sentence.
Moving on, we have the complex sentence. This is a sentence that contains an independent clause and at least one subordinate clause. Independent clause are a group of words that contains both a subject and a verb, and they can stand alone as a complete thought, while subordinate clause are a group of words that contains both a subject and a verb, but this kind of clause cannot stand alone as a complete thought. Moving on to diagramming complex sentence, we have here the sentence, Miss Guerrero will give an additional points when the students are behaved. So when diagramming complex sentence, we should first draw two horizontal lines and two vertical lines, just like this. And we should examine what is the independent clause and the dependent clause here in the sentence. We all know that independent clause are words that can stand alone as complete thoughts, while dependent clause cannot stand alone on its own. Here in the sentence, the independent clause here is Miss Guerrero will give an additional points. So here. And the dependent clause here is when the students are behaved. We should first write here the independent clause. So what is the subject? The word is Miss Guerrero. So, and what is the action verb? The word is will give. Then we should put another vertical line, but it does not go through the horizontal line. What will Miss Guerrero give? A points. So we write here points. Like this. And on the other part, what is the subject in the dependent clause? The word is students. So we should write here students. So what will be the action verb or the linking verb? The word is are. Because it is the word are, so we should put or draw a slanted line and not a vertical line. Like this. And the word behave, we should put it right here. And the word the, we should put it underneath the word students because it modifies the word students. Like this. And on the first part, we should put the article and underneath the word points because it modifies the word points as well as the word additional. And we should put the subordinating conjunction right here. So we should put it like this. This. And we should write the subordinating conjunction, which is the word when. This is how to diagram complex sentences.
First and foremost, you must comprehend how to diagram a simple sentence because after all, there will never be a sentence diagramming without at least one simple sentence. Simple sentence is a sentence that contains one independent clause. So, it will only contains one subject and one predicate. Let's try to write down this sentence. Goats eat water. So, it has a simple subject and a simple predicate, and it is an independent clause, so it is called as a simple sentence. So first, we are going to write a horizontal line here and a vertical line that intersect the horizontal line. So, the subject will be written in the left side of the diagram. The subject here is the goats. So we are going to write the subject here. So let's take note that the first word of it is capitalized because the word itself is the beginning of the sentence. The predicate will be placed right after the vertical line that intersects the horizontal line. So the sentence is an STVDO pattern. So after that, we will gonna write the direct object in the diagramming, and to write the indirect object, so we will gonna write a vertical line that do not intersect the horizontal line like this. Finally, got to write our direct object, which is water. Water is the direct object because it answered the question, goats eat what? Water. So, water is the direct object in the sentence. This will be our final product. To read this, it will be goats hate water. That's it.
Let us proceed to the second sentence, which is Angel loves white bunnies. Just like what we have done here in the first sentence, we should separate the subject and the predicate. Our subject here is Angel. Subject, and the predicate is loves white bunnies. So the predicate, we should put a horizontal line like this and a vertical line. like that. And then we should put our subject in the left side, should write Angel. And our action verb, which is loves, right here. And we should put another vertical line that does not go through the horizontal line. What does Angel loves? So Angel loves bunnies. After writing this, we have here the word white. We should put the word white under the bunnies because it is the word that modifies what kind of bunnies that Angel loves. So we should put a slanted line here and we write white. So Angel loves white bunnies. This is how to diagram simple sentences. So that is the end of our discussion. I hope you learned something from me and from teacher Epma. God bless you and see you soon!